Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Tales of Arise. Last episode, we learned the truth of the Renans. That what we knew as Renans were actually Dahnans who were taken by the true Renans, the woman in red, and were transformed into what we now call Renans. Basically just meaning that they're the same as Rinwell. They're just biologically engineered Dahnan mages, and that's what's caused the events of this entire game. After that, and discussing everything with all of our teammates, we decided to help out and defeat the Great Spirit. And so, with our ship repaired, it's time to head on down to Rena. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, we're just going to go ahead and head down to the takeoff departure area. I didn't know if a cutscene was going to play, so I didn't want to come down here prior to this. Because we're just through the rest of the game. There's going to be a lot of those little skits that happen, the little cutscenes. I think they're officially called skits. But there's going to be a lot of them, and I just don't want to I want to make sure we don't miss out on any of them. Let's go ahead and take off for Rena.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the Hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
I forgot about that.
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dahna.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dahna is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dahna, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dahna's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shionne and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Here we are. Destroyed remnants of Rena.
So this is Rena.
Special owls seem to have
This
appeared
is where
throughout
everything
Dahna.
began. Yet it's a dead world.
We have a lot to do now, but first let's go ahead and watch our cutscenes.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renis Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shionne's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength, it's that it's sentient too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shionne's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Dahnans started pressing their own.
Renans, Dahnans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
So, here we are. We do have a fast travel point immediately, which means we're not going to be exploring Rena just yet. There is now a lot of quests for us to pick up. One in Pelagian, one here in Dyke Fazale, one over here in Calaglia, 2 in Calaglia, Ulzbek, and Mosgul. But the first place I'm going to start is by collecting those owls. So we're actually going to start by heading to the Iglia Wastes for 2 reasons. First, our first of the 6 new owls is here. We are actually going to be working for a lot of... Oh, you can see right there that Hootle flew around, letting us know that there is a owl here.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle!
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dahna, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dahna and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
All right, we are going to go ahead and first check, because we should have our final tier of weapons. Yes, we do. Realm Unifier. Look at that. El Voth, Sode, Lem, Regis, and Hollow Edge. Most of these are original looking. I believe this one's actually based off our current weapon, I think. But these are completely original, so we will need to keep an eye out for some of that. The Iron Pipe. This is what it was used for, the ultimate weapon. I knew it was going to be used for something later. Then we have new ones for Shionne as well. Again, nothing we can get just yet. Heavenly Gaze is what we need for our side quest we currently have available to us. And then just 2 more for everyone else. We can grab this blue shield. I don't think I'm going to, though, yet. I think I want to hold off. But we can go ahead and camp. It's been a long time since we've had a proper camp. And of course, we have a lot of skits. I think there are 5 here.
I love how much amazing food we get to eat even when we're out on the road.
Me too, especially compared to what I used to have when I was still a slave. This is paradise.
It's amazing what good food can do to keep your hopes up. Nagal used to say all the time that the power of food is subtle, yet profound.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? For whatever reason, I find I don't worry nearly as much when I've got a full stomach helping me out.
That's why you shouldn't be such a picky eater.
Huh?
She's right. You always leave food that you don't like on your plate when you're done.
Come on, what's the big deal?
Back in the day, I couldn't think about leaving any food. It was such a waste not to eat at all. You needed every last scrap of energy.
Exactly. Even when my brother and I didn't have much to eat, We all did what we could to make it taste good and enjoy what we had.
That definitely explains a lot about why you cook the way you do, Kisara.
Dohalim, I bet you don't know what any of that's like. You must be used to food being handed to you on a silver platter.
Sometimes it was gold.
You didn't shy away from that at all.
Although, there was one experience that does come to mind.
Oh?
When I first learned that the food I ate originally came from animals and fish, I was rather taken aback.
You just ate whatever was in front of you without even thinking about it?
That's a silver spoon elite for you.
Your cooking has really improved, Shionne.
It's because of you that I understand what makes it so fun. I'm glad everyone seems to enjoy what I make too.
I've noticed a disturbing trend that after it's your turn to cook, our ingredients tend to run really low. What's up with that?
That is a good point, Law. There's a weird difference between the amount of ingredients she prepares and how much food actually gets served. Curious. Very curious indeed.
I don't know. Isn't it pretty normal for veggies to shrink a little when you fry them up?
Or maybe she eats all the bad batches herself so we won't notice.
Come on, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Then how would you explain the difference?
Ahem. I have a theory that I wish to propose.
What is it?
As we all know, Shionne here can have quite the appetite. I imagine she often taste tests her own food as she prepares it. By my eye, it would appear that her footprints are leaving deeper impressions as of late. Far be it from me to level such an accusation, but the facts lead me to conclude that...
She's been snacking while she cooks.
And yet, she still looks so slender in her clothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of envious, actually.
Wait a sec, are you guys trying to say she's...
I'm what?
Nothing?
Nothing. Shionne, about that fight just now.
Sorry about that. I was careless.
I didn't come to criticize you. Just please take better care of yourself.
You don't need to worry about me. In case you forgot, I can't exactly die anyway. It's like how you used to not care about getting beat up because you couldn't feel pain, and then I was the one to patch you up. It's the same thing.
You're right. That is how I used to be. But this isn't the same.
Then what do you mean? How is what's happening now different from what happened then?
It's different now.
Look, if you mean because you can feel pain again,
It's because I don't want to see you getting hurt. You're right. When I couldn't feel any pain, I put myself in all sorts of dangerous situations. I didn't listen to anybody's warnings, and I made a lot of people worried for no good reason. It was foolish. This isn't about you and me being able to take pain. I don't want to have to see you get hurt, Shionne. It's too much for me to take. Is that a crazy thing to say?
no, it isn't. And I definitely don't like seeing you get hurt either, Alphen. We can't expect our enemies to show us any mercy, but I will do my best not to throw myself in harm's way out there either. How does that sound?
I'm sorry if I sounded harsh earlier. I didn't mean to. I just really want you to take better care of yourself.
I will. At least, for as long as I can.
Only 3. Okay. But when we cook, I am going to be throwing on EXP boost. Probably the best one I can get at this point. I don't really need it. And honestly, defense is probably best. But let's do it anyways. Go ahead and make it Kisara.
This is sure to give the others some...
And here we go. These are our, I believe these are our final connection events with these characters. So let's go ahead and start with Rinwell for reasons that if this is the final connection event, you'll see.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I'm surprised to see you up reading so late. What have you got there?
Oh, it's a book about magic. I was hoping I'd reach the end of this chapter before I went to bed.
I'm impressed you can read all that tiny text without drifting off.
It's easy. Honestly, the subject is so interesting, it keeps me wide awake. Although I have to admit, the more I read this book, the more I realize just how much I still have to learn. I hate not knowing it all, so it pushes me to keep learning as much as I can so I can be a real expert.
So that's why you're studying by the campfire every night, huh? You've really changed, Rinwell.
Really? I don't feel like it.
Remember how you used to be when we first met in Calaglia?
Sure, but that's because I was still hiding a lot from you guys. Am I really all that different aside from that?
Definitely. It's the difference between a rock and the sun.
Are you saying I used to be like a rock? That's not something you should use to describe a girl, Alphen.
My bad. But the comparison is still apt. You used to not be open with us about your magic at all. And now look at you.
Well, I guess you may have a point. I used to hate studying magic because my parents made me do it. And after everything that happened, I felt like it brought nothing but trouble. But now, I don't think it's so bad after all. Maybe I really have changed more than I thought. All magic is simply astral energy combined with knowledge. It's neither good nor bad by itself. It all depends on how you use it. Saying it out loud, I guess I finally made peace with it.
I think you have Law to thank for that.
What? Why him?
I mean, he was kind of the one who...
Nope, he's got nothing to do with it. None. Zilch. Nada. Nothing.
If Law heard that, he'd be pretty bummed, you know.
You're crazy. I don't see why he would be.
Are you saying you rather he wouldn't be? I'd say the fact you can get so worked up about things now is another sign you've changed.
Sounds like someone wants me to put on a little magic show.
All right, all right. I'll take my leave before I say anything else that might get me into trouble. Just make sure you aren't staying up too late, okay?
Ugh, I'm not a little kid anymore. Yeesh. Though, actually, it felt kind of nice hearing that. I wonder why. Woo!
There we go. We're now closer to Rinwell. And I guess that was not our final connection event with her, which is a little unfortunate because that means I'm going to have to do... No, there we go. It was the final connection event. So, when you get the final connection event, you get the master art for that character. So, Rinwell gets the Aquarius Damnation master art. Now, you have to wait 30 minutes between getting new connection events at those campsites. So we might have to just make frequent stops back here at least once per episode. I also am at the point where I probably need to make better accessories for all my characters, but we'll worry about that later. For now, I can just show off Rinwell's new ability, Aquarius Damnation. To execute in overlimit, hold 2 of the following buttons with a 5+ combo performed using separate arts, X, Y, or A. I kind of just want to see her use that, so let's take off Beatific Roar and just hope she can land that consistently.
I want to go back to bed.
And with that, we can go ahead and run over here up to that rock that has been bothering me since the very beginning of the game. Don't know why I decided to pick that up on our way. I don't need any of the rocks from this area. And I believe we can finally access it. No. So it is actually side quest related. I just thought we could do it before we did the side quests. That's why I even came here first. But either way, let's go ahead and climb up here. I do want to go get all 6 of the new owls before we do anything else. Assuming those 6 owls are able to be got right now and don't require us going through a secret dungeon or anything. So we'll go ahead and run up here. And at the very top is a brand new owl. The orange owl. Can I talk to you? Yep, there we go. Hoo-hoo-hoo. We get the Vivid Sphere. So yeah, instead of accessories, this time around, we get artifacts. And Dohalim gets the Antique Collector Emblem, giving him increased critical damage, AG restored from critical hits, increased rod extension attack, increased boost gauge from enemy downs, and increased rod extension time limit.
There's history.
That artifact is... Which one was that? That was our Vivid Sphere carryover records. So what that does is allows you to carry over library entries to a New Game Plus after clearing the game. I do believe all of the artifacts we're going to be getting actually do involve New Game Plus, but figured I could show them off now anyways. Our next owl we're going to be getting is actually in the Glanamade Castle. So we'll go ahead and just head over to the first floor. Are Zeugles even here anymore? We know the Renans aren't, but I guess the Zeugles have to be here because you have to be able to fight the... Oh. Maybe not. You do have to be able to fight the giant Zeugle, which is why I was like, maybe it is here. I'm going to go ahead and use my blazing sword here. It just bothers me that this is still present, even though we've came through here. Because if you remember, we actually did not... we didn't open that last time. Go ahead and go up to the 4th floor because we just ran up to the firewall. I know that was all the way back in like episode 4. Or maybe that was episode 3. But we just ran up to the firewall in that. So we'll go ahead and wrap over here. And inside this, we can go to the top floor. And all the way at the end, where we fought Balsef the first time before it teleported us out to the roof, we should find our next owl. These are basically owls. I think most of them are just in places that we'd been to before but couldn't actually do anything in. But here we go. This is our red and black owl. We get the Battle Maiden's shield. And it flies off.
My word.
The Battle Maiden's shield. Of course, it will do things in New Game Plus. That will be carry over your equipment to New Game Plus after you clear the game. The next one is actually going to be back in Cyslodia. We are going to go to the Reville Prison Tower. We're going to go to the first floor. And if you remember that secret room we found all the way back after we killed the Zeugle in the basement, after we finished up the main story here, interesting to see that there aren't any more Renan soldiers anywhere.
Hey, Rinwell, tell me about your parents. What were they like?
They were kind. That's the part I like to remember. They could also be strict, though, especially when it came to magic. I never understood why I had to work so hard to learn magic. Why we couldn't just be done with it and live openly like everyone else. Needless to say, that didn't go over well. Of course, if I'd had known that one day I'd be doing this, I would have taken my studies more seriously. What about your parents?
Same deal. Run through the mill. Told constantly that training was the only way to survive in a world like this. It got bad enough that I ended up running away and siding with the Renans of all people. And now, I've got that training to thank for being alive.
I know how that feels.
The first time we met, you risked using your magic to stop me from kicking my dad's ass. You could have done anything else. You could have ignored it. So, why?
Yeah, I guess something about Zephyr reminded me of my own father.
You don't say. So, did your pops and mine look a lot like each other?
Not really. Not at all, in fact. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt a resemblance, I guess.
Wow. Well, I won't pretend I understand, but I'm glad. Your dad must have been a great guy.
He was.
Maybe it's the snow soaking up all the sound, but something about Cyslodia always feels mysterious to me. Solemn, almost.
When it comes to solemnity, I'd say our own Octalina Palace is no slouch.
I won't argue with you there. Still, that azure tint of the shadows on the silvery white snow, it has a certain indescribable quality.
Indeed. It was boorish of me to even suggest such a comparison.
All I know is it's freaking cold. Still, more pleasant now that the locals aren't quite as frosty towards us.
Well, excuse me if I'm too frosty for your warm self.
Oh, come on! You know I didn't mean you. Besides, really, I'm the one who...
How about we stop getting hung up on the past for a change? Take what you've learned and put it to use in the future instead.
An unexamined past can be just as dangerous in its own right.
Better that than obsessing over it like a certain someone I know.
Kisara doesn't mince her words, does she?
I could say the same thing about one or two of the other women around here.
Tell me about it.
I think I'll refrain from commenting on this one.
Hoodle, I've got some dried fish for you. You want some?
Forget that. Doesn't some tasty red meat sound better, boy?
Hey! Stop trying to coax him away with treats. Get your own adorable sidekick if you're so desperate for one.
He appears to enjoy being the center of attention.
Funny how things change. He and Rinwell used to be joined at the hip, or shoulder to talon.
It's not just Hoodle who's become more trusting. Isn't that so, Rinwell?
They do say pets and their owners act alike. I suppose since we've been together, I've done my share of coming out of my own shell too.
Well then, I guess with you and Hoodle, that makes us all one big happy family.
Sometimes when I'm deep in thought, Hoodle will come over and sit next to me. I only wish I could actually pet him.
Oh, you will someday. You won't believe how soft he is.
Wish I had that problem. I'm lucky if I can so much as look at old Featherbrain without him trying to claw me to ribbons.
Really? He seems tame enough around everyone else. Maybe it's just Hoodle's way of establishing dominance?
That's dogs, not owls.
What's going on when Hoodle pecks at you?
I don't know. Like when I'm talking to Rinwell, it's like he's trying to muscle me out or something. Unless... Wait, you don't suppose I make him jealous?
Come again?
Ow! Get off of me, you insecure fluffball!
I rather think they make a good comedic pairing.
And from here, we'll go ahead and go into the collection room. And then behind the collection room,
Hey, Alphen,
we've already
what do you
opened
think
it
of
up.
the chick
Well,
over there?
behind the collection room is another room.
Works out.
There's a lot of people in here. We haven't come back since we freed everybody.
Muscles, you dummy.
But in here, in the office, in the back half, we have this area where we got that chest, but right up here is one of the black and white owls. We get the broken machine gun.
I see you've got your relics all lined up again. What are you doing? Huh? They're so bright now.
Oh, it's you two. I was merely tending to my collection.
Don't you think you've polished them enough by now?
You take better care of your relics than you do yourself.
I try to take good care of them. However, no matter how much work I put in, it refused to respond.
I thought you could hear their voices somehow.
I can, but that's all I can do with them. I can't actually engage in conversation with them. Not yet.
What are they saying? Did they really want you to polish them that much?
You're right. I was so enraptured with them, I may have selfishly failed to consider their own wishes. I must open my mind and sincerely engage with them in earnest.
He never gets tired of his relics, does he?
Nope. It is interesting to look at them when they're all lined up together like this, though. Like how these two have similar designs. It makes me wonder if they were made in the same period.
An excellent observation. Yes, I too suspect they're somehow intimately related as well.
I don't see what you two are talking about at all.
Hmm? What's this? Why, that smear wasn't there previously. Could it be responding to my voice at long last? It's rather viscous and has a distinct aroma to it.
Ugh, Hoodle! These relics are no place for you to do your business! Whew! I'm serious! These are priceless pieces of history!
Come on, Dohalim. Let's go wash your hands before you catch anything weird.
There's history in the air here.
So yeah,
I can
we get our
smell
new
it.
owl there. And if we go check out what that artifact does, that is the broken machine gun. That lets you carry over your money and items into New Game Plus. The next one we're going to get is in Menancia. We're going to go to the palace. In order to go to the entrance, we actually want to go to the guards room. I believe it's on the second floor, but we'll check once we get here. Second floor. Yes, the guard room is up there. But we, of course, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, have a lot of skits to go through as we're running to our new places.
Sure is good to be back in the pleasant climes of Menancia. Especially after the extremes of some of the other regions we visited.
Definitely. Your country is beautiful.
You do me an honor. However, this place was never mine to own.
I didn't mean it that way. Though, I guess technically you weren't born here either. Native or not, that doesn't change the feelings you had for the place. If I were you, I'd try to take a little pride in people's compliments.
Allow myself to feel pride, huh? That sounds like no easy task.
Nothing sounds easy when you overthink things the way you do. It must be exhausting.
He's always worrying about something. It's probably what gives him his eye for detail. That's just the way he is.
Yeah, so we'd noticed.
Let's change the subject, shall we? It's a wonder so many things coincided to bring us here. Alphen's awakening, Shionne's decision to revolt, the Dahna uprising in Calaglia, the crown contest's final, sputtering throws.
Zephyr's being in the right place at the right time. The fact that you happened to be a lord just as this was all going on.
It's almost as if we were brought together by design. By someone who wanted to bring down the system.
No, enough Hand of Destiny talk. We did this on our own steam. It's our responsibility to see it through.
Did Law just utter a pearl of wisdom?
I do think about things, you know. Just what do you take me for exactly?
Honestly, I always sort of pegged you as a likable dolt.
What the hell makes me a dolt, you dolt?
I mean, she did say he was a likable dolt, didn't she?
Let's refrain from poking this particular Zoogle any further. Some lessons just can't be taught.
Not to dolts, anyway.
Hey, Kisara, what's your secret for putting up with Dohalim? I don't know how you managed to deal with him.
Secret? Oh, I don't think it's as difficult as all that, really.
Could have had me fooled. Anyone who waxes lyrical on the aesthetic qualities of cactus thorns is a step too far for me.
And those poetic flourishes he sneaks into regular conversation? How am I supposed to react?
He likes the sound of his own voice, that's for sure. I say let him have his fun. No need to try and understand anything he says.
Has he always been like that?
He didn't seem as on edge all the time back in Menancia. Though he was my superior back then. So who's to say what I didn't see?
The Lord of Cislodia hid in plain sight while a crony posing as him carried out all his business. What if the Lord we met in Vicente was really...
An imposter? Dohalim? Hardly. Like it or not, that's him all right. In all his flamboyant, circumloquacious glory.
I'd like to see someone try to impersonate that on a daily basis.
Come to think of it, what with being a lord and all, he's probably never had anyone to speak to on an equal basis.
It wouldn't surprise me. Having you guys around, having a family in a way, must be what's helped him change.
A little heads up on some of his eccentricities would have been nice.
It's those eccentricities that make him who he is.
All right, let's go ahead and run up to the second floor and make our way to the guard room. We have, I believe, 2 more we can get. There is one we will not be able to get. It is after a difficult boss that we are not at the high enough level to get right now. I will show off where that boss is because I'll go ahead and discover the location. Maybe not in this episode, but before we go back to Rena, we have a lot of side quests we can take care of. So probably at least one episode dedicated to it.
Do you sense one of
But here in the
your
guard room
friends?
is the black and red owl. Hoo-hoo. We get the ancient excavator. Hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo.
There's history in the air here.
And if we go check this one out, the ancient excavator carries over our levels in New Game Plus. And the final one we can get right now is going to be over in, not Mahagsar actually, but over in Ganeth Haros. We're going to go to the Delpharis Castle. We're going to go straight to the Lord's Chamber because we do have this as a fast travel point now that we've cleared it out.
Smell it.
I don't smell anything.
And directly ahead
Don't
on
encourage
the
him.
throne. Oh, we have these cutscenes first, but you can see the owl right there.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
Ah! What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back. Whew!
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
Hey, Shionne. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shionne, but that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Dahna are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... What the... An ambush?
Sorry. Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard!
And with that done, let's go ahead and pick up our second to last owl. Ooh-hoo. We get the trident.
My word.
And that trident gives us the ability to carry over our skills. Like I said, there is one more, and I'll at least show it off. We might have time in this episode, but before that, we don't really have enough time to get into any of these new side quests, but there are a few withstanding ones we haven't done yet. So let's go ahead and start by heading over to Cyslodia, the snow plains. We should be strong enough now, hopefully, to take on this boss. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I tried to go fight the boss here in Cyslodia, the reindeer boss here in Navira Snow Plains, but after about 15 minutes, we only got it down 1/4 of its HP, and we were out of CP and used a lot of life bottles. So I think instead what I'm going to do this episode is at least see if I can make progress in the shallows. This is a place that will give me XP that is solid. On top of that, there is a fishing spot in here that we could at least make our way to. And I don't think we're strong enough to fight the boss here, but I do think we can at least make progress in it. So let's go ahead and view these cutscenes and then head on in.
What do you all say to taking the path less trodden for once?
Path? I don't see any path.
Do you mean that thing that looks like an animal trail? Path may be a generous term. I'm assuming you know where it leads?
My gut says to a bridge.
Hoodle says your gut's wrong.
Really? Well, it is definitely in the right general direction.
Not that main roads are necessarily danger-free, but he does have an uncanny knack for insisting on some strange and unique routes.
Alphen always did like a challenge. Can't say I appreciate some of the more daredevil ways he's taken us, though.
Like the landslide he insisted was a shortcut before disappearing off the edge? Nearly gave me a heart attack.
I'll say, yet the intrepid explorer looked as happy as a pig in muck.
Probably best we stick to doing our own orienteering in the future.
Hey, so what about this route then?
Maybe if we pretend we can't hear him.
Don't you think the path forward is fraught enough without making extra problems for ourselves? Maybe best to reel it back.
Good point. I say we stick to the main track like regular travelers for once.
Guys? I will break down this wall!
I never thought about this until now, Alphen. But doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah. It can get pretty toasty in this thing.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Armor takes a strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that I really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Right, Rinwell?
Are you doing this on purpose?
So, let's go ahead and head on in. We have already cleared a section of it, but I will fight any more. I don't really need to fight the bees. I think the bees were under-leveled. I think they were in the 40s. But the slimes were in the 50s, so we'll go ahead and try to fight those while we have this XP up. Food effect, as we just run through here again. But ideally, we don't waste all of our CP either, so don't need to worry about this bee. Well, I don't think I have a choice here. All right, Rinwell. Go ahead and cancel that out. We'll go ahead and try to focus on the bees first. These guys are going to be a joke. What level are they? 43. Yeah, the assault bees. This one will be pretty easy. There we go. What we're really after here are these slimes, because these ideally will give me some XP to make my life easier for the other bosses that we need to fight, because pretty much at this point all the remaining bosses, or like giant Zoogles we have to fight, are in the 50s, and I just don't feel like fighting them in the 50s if we're level 44 still. If we were closer to their level, I wouldn't have an issue. Like, one of the side quests we get right now that unlocked, the Zoogles level is 54, I believe, which is just crazy. The final boss of this dungeon is level 60, so there's like no way we beat this one yet. But at the very least, we make our way through here, picking up any of the chests and stuff in here, and trying to get some XP off these slimes. Is it aqua lasering me? One of the hardest things with these stupid slimes is they don't get launched very easily. Like, it's really tough to break these guys. And I don't want to burn through all this because they get launched so far when they do get launched. It takes a long time to catch up to them. I also think I was fighting a different one besides, yeah, my team had been worried about the bees, so I probably should have focused that. There we go. We're getting 2,000 XP from that pretty much every time, which is good. Better than what we could get from all the other enemies around this, around where we're at right now. I think Rena, the enemies are around level 50 as well. And in here, we can go ahead and swim to this right side. I believe we've already got the fish from here, but we'll go ahead and pick up another salmon. Fish are used for XP food items. We'll start by going to the left, fighting off some of these slimes. All right, how many are going to use spells? Good enough for me. Rinwell did the thing where I forgot to swap. Ooh, perfect. Let's see. I'm actually curious. Can we see her thing? I really hope so. No, I just barely missed it. Are you kidding me? I think Rinwell's ability's already gone, too. Yeah, she already is out of her awakening state. That sucks. I don't know why she got out of it so quick. Does hers just not last a long time? Have we not picked up anything that increases the time for her? I'm gonna use my ability again. If I can get a launch here. I cannot. So we're not gonna be able to do my cool Mystic Art. There we go. More slimes defeated. That should be a level up for Alphen. Yes, it is. Level 45. And in this bag, we can find 25,000 or 9,585 gold, which is not great. For a dungeon this, like, tough to get to, that is not nearly enough gald. Here we go. Shionne. And then, ooh, that's perfect. Rinwell. Stop their casting. Let's just deal with the bees real quick. No, deal with the bees. Because we already know my teammates are going to deal with it instead of dealing with the slimes. Why does it keep auto-targeting off of it? That's so weird. I don't even think we're going to be able to utilize my my cool art here either. No, here it is. We did get it. So it really is just like you have to launch in the air one time, I guess. and it gives it to you. Ooh, I used Rinwell without realizing that we had just got that kill. Please. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I need heals. I need heals. Shionne, Dohalim. Anybody, thank you. I didn't want to approach the enemies that were spitting out poison without getting some form of healing. Is this enough to get rid of both of the last slimes? No, not quite. But with only one left, this will be a bit of a joke here. Yep, there we go. I like seeing that one because it ends it so fast. And then we'll go ahead and tear down this boulder. 55 CP. And just past here is a red chest with a stamina ring. Not great. Halves your AG usage. It's really only good for, I guess, casters that are casting those really high-level spells. Ooh, 5 slimes. Okay.
This one will be difficult to predict.
We'll hold off. There we go. We got 3 of them using their arts. Who are we targeting here, Dohalim? This guy? I'll help you out. I'll just use everybody's abilities here. There's really not a reason not to. Use Alphen, and then, if I'm quick enough... I'm not quick enough. Holy, I got hit out of my ability there, too. That sucks. That is not worth using Rinwell on. Just the one enemy there. These guys have a really fast... like... Their strike meter goes away really fast. Insane recovery on that. Go ahead and ground again. And then, yeah, our basic Mystic Art, that's fine. I would say it feels like it's almost impossible to get the strike on these guys without being like your whole team targeting them. It's very tough for just one character by themselves. Because here's the thing, like, I can keep comboing here. Yeah, you get hit one time, the combo ends. And because they don't get broken easy, it's really hard to keep them stunned. Ow. I don't have anything with Rinwell. I honestly should stop focusing on this guy. I need to change my target. This is a waste of my time. And then, like, the one I targeted, of course, wasn't actually swapped to for whatever reason. I'm not understanding. I've played this game 30 hours, you know, or over 30 hours. We're coming up on episode 40, and I still don't know. Or are we coming up on episode 30? I forgot. But regardless, I still am not figuring out why my targeting is not targeting the enemy I want. Is this episode 40? Huh. It might be. We'll just go ahead and use Alphen here. Ow! Getting hit by one attack from these guys hurts so much. Okay. Get rid of this one. They're not fun to fight. I've never liked fighting these guys. In fact, even back when we met the oozes, I hated fighting the oozes. What?
This is the power of the blazing sword!
What did I just see? Because that was not the regular... That wasn't the regular one. That was very much different. Not like an insane amount of difference, but... Huh. So you can just get different versions of the same attack, I guess. That's cool. I wasn't expecting... I needed to fight them. Oh, I think I barely got it. Why are you all here? Were you just off to the left side of the screen and I didn't notice? Well... This will be a long fight. Dohalim, hop in here. I don't even know what I did differently. I did this, and then I did this.
Coming through. Ha! Now.
Yeah, but then we just get Scarlet Inferno. But even that Scarlet Inferno looks different. That's weird. Yeah, because that one looked different than all the other Scarlet Infernos I've done since the beginning of the game. Well, that's odd. I wonder if it's because of what move we're using at the end of that combo. It changes, and I've just never noticed because I always end it with Sword Rain Alpha. Somebody help me, please. I'm dead. Yep, I knew it. I need to use an orange gel. Somebody help me. Somebody give me up. All right, just the oozes now. Okay, we get our extend gate. Cut that out. Is this the last one? Yeah, it is.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There we go.
So
I did keep the combo meter going as well. So we can go ahead and grab that ore right there. I just don't know why it dragged so many enemies into that fight. Over here, we can find a pineapple gel and a bunch of bees. I'm not sure what they're guarding, but let's go ahead and get into the fight, even though they're not going to give me a ton of XP. Why? Why? Do I need to reset my game? How did I go from targeting the center one to the one over here? That makes no sense. I didn't even click LB.
A merry distraction.
I was targeting the center one and then clicked the left. That's so weird. Something's going on. I accidentally changed it. Nope. Didn't change anything. I don't have any weird settings turned on either. You know what could be fun? Doing we deal double damage, but the enemy takes double damage. Or we take double damage, but we deal double damage. I'm sure there's some crazy speedrunning stuff you can do with that. All right, right here we have a red rosemary. I need to use those. It's about time. I've been holding off till we got to Rena, but we're here. I definitely need to use my my permanent stat items and just like buff Rinwell and myself. Unfortunately, Dolohim probably won't get anything. Just because, like, if Dolohim got... Well, Dolohim I might be able to give penetration to, because he can do some crazy penetration builds. We've seen some of the, like, skills he gets that it increases penetration, as well as a weapon that just gives him an insane amount as well. Giving him a high crit chance, that could be good. Because Alphen isn't very good. Alphen we for sure want just physical offense. And then Shionne and Rinwell want our magic offense. But then, like, defense, I don't really know. Maybe I just spread it out evenly. I mean, obviously, Kisara is the perfect choice, but if you're not using Kisara on your main team. There's a regenerative crystal. Still not our special crystal, so we can't make that, that one item we're looking for yet. Great. Get in here. Okay, who are you targeting here, Dohalim? One of these two. It's not the one I was looking at a second ago, but that's fine. I definitely looked at this one, and then just automatically changed who I was targeting. You're already needing to cure Dohalim? That's not good. Are these guys not some of the ones? I guess you can't fully cancel magic. Or else, I mean, we've fought so many enemies where we couldn't, that couldn't have cast magic again. Dohalim, go crazy here, man. Let's see if we have enough. No, not with that aqua laser. We don't. And it goes away because I had to dodge. There's Dohalim's Mystic Art. It's been a while since we've seen his. But we don't see Shionne's like ever. So I'm never going to upgrade anything that requires Mystic Arts. We have to basically play as her to see a Mystic Art. And even then, it's like her most basic one. Not even going to be her cool one. We'll probably watch Dolohim, then Shionne next in the campsite. And then end it off with Law and Kisara. Just because there's really, unless you're using them, there's no benefit. And we are not using either of them. So I prefer to use, even though I'd like to see Kisara's, Law I don't really care about. I'd like to see Kisara's more than I want to see Rinwell's. It's just more beneficial to do the party members that you're playing with. There's an apple gel for us. Let's go ahead and drop down and wrap around real quick. We have only got a level and a half in this area. Level 53 enemies only got a level and a half. There's a heavy treat for us. I might do a little bit of off-camera grinding, because that's tough. I mean, we still haven't even been to Rena yet. Like, we could definitely just go progress to Rena until the final dungeon and then come back and do everything. I would love to check my map right now. Unfortunately, we're in the water. Go ahead and come over here to pick up another salmon. Then,
We should be able to cook
right here is a campsite. Now, there is a fishing spot past this boss, and this boss is a boss that we are not strong enough to fight. I don't think we're anywhere near strong enough to fight it yet. I do want to go ahead and rest to restore my CP, and there's one more thing I want to show off in this episode that we won't be able to do just yet. But I can at least show the spot for it.
Doing some thinking?
Nah. It just occurred to me that our journey's been going for a while now.
Is it a wonder to you our group has held together this long?
Maybe. We've got Dahnans, Renans, a lord, a mage, and even a guy from another time. Yet here we all are, leaning on each other as travel companions. It's like a minor miracle.
If anything, I'd say it's proof. Proof that as long as we accept each other for who we are, we can all get along.
And with understanding comes togetherness. Yeah, we are more than enough evidence of that.
I've always had a thorny relationship with others. Quite literally, as it happens. I figured that it was easier to give up on intimacy, rather than having to go through all of the pain of rejection. I mean, is it any wonder I grew thorns around my heart, too?
But now...
Right. Now, I still have my thorns, of course. But they don't cover my heart. I know now that there is more than one way for people to relate to one another. It was you and everyone else here that taught me that. Everyone that you brought together, Alphen.
It wasn't just me. I mean, sure, I invited a few folks to join us, but... swordsmanship's about all I have to offer. Everyone's taught and supported me just as much as I have them.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're fine just as you are. The bonds that you form with others, they shine more brightly because they're mutual. It's not just one bond for you. It's many, each with a heart of its own. That's what makes them special.
I don't know why we got that one, but Alphen got the Enlightened Bond emblem. Oh, that's from maxing out one person's... Yes, okay, because I believe this had said previously max out one character's bond, meaning the only thing we have left to do is defeat all the lights that emerge from the wedge. This does give us an increased max AG, over limit extension, Thunder Fang. That seems really good. KO prevention, and increased boost strike damage. But, oh, we
Alphen,
do.
Do you understand what's on the line?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and listen to what you're going to tell me, Kisara.
Alphen.
Hey, Alphen. Why do you like spicy food so much anyway?
You know, I haven't thought about that before. Maybe because when I couldn't feel pain, it gave me that kick I was craving.
But now that you can feel pain again, wouldn't your tastes have changed?
Did you like spicy food when you were younger?
Not as much as I do now. At some point, it just became something almost like an addiction, I guess.
I can most certainly relate. Once you've had your fill of ordinary food, you cannot help but seek out more unusual fare.
I don't think that's got anything to do with Alphen's tastes. Although I won't deny that you definitely have a thing for exotic food. The stranger the better.
I just wish I could have gotten you into sweets like me, Alphen.
I like food that's dense and keeps you feeling full myself. It helps you last longer when you're on the move.
We all know you're a quantity over quality kind of...
What was that?
Nothing. I lost my train of thought.
You know, I've also noticed Shionne's not really into the same kind of food most Renans are. Could be it's got something to do with the way she grew up.
That's so me. Even when I was little, I was all about food that gives me strength. All meat, all the time.
And I guess Kisara is so good at cooking fish because she can catch them herself.
I'm only good with fish because it used to be the easiest thing to get. When you work with something long enough, it comes naturally to you.
I like fish just fine. But what I really like about your cooking is how it tastes homemade. It reminds me of what my mom used to make.
Really? You know, I used to cook a lot of meals for younger kids, and they said the same thing.
When you get down to it, I guess the things a person cooks and the foods they like say a lot about the way they've lived.
I'm going to skip that other one for now. Let's go ahead and rest. I did not want to cook before resting. And I do not want to view anybody just yet, so let's just go ahead and sleep. We can save that for next episode. Instead, we can now fast travel here, but we're going to make a quick stop back at the Tua shoreline. So let's go ahead and head to Thistleum. And this is kind of a secret quest. You actually could not find this normally. I don't know if there's anybody that'll tell you about it, but we go ahead and run down here. We should get a little bit of a side quest that pops up.
Just can teach a guy a lot.
Oh?
Hey, what's this bottle? You'll get sick if you drink out of random bottles you pick up. I'm not drinking from it. There's something inside, though. A letter? What does it say? Ship sank, drifted to this island, no way off, send help. Seems they were in a shipwreck and sent this letter out to sea in hopes of being found. Oh my gosh, we've got to rescue them.
Right.
There's a map in here. It's a rough sketch, but it's got the location of the island. Let's take a boat there. We get the letter in the bottle. And we get the quest Beyond the Grave. This is another one we cannot complete right now. Much, much harder than even any of the other bosses we've had so far. But if we go back to the hidden wharf, we can actually ask our ship captain here to take us to this island.
Finally.
So let's go ahead and talk to him.
We could have
And we can go to the uninhabited island.
with the wind to get
Now,
here faster.
there are two things here. The first is we can complete the side quest, but also this has a fishing spot. I won't be worrying about it just yet because there's no reason to finish fishing at the time. But you can actually see it's a pretty large island.
I mean, other than them.
Isn't that all Madria's?
So
Yep.
this is where her ship drifted.
So this is all
And the
Mydria's
one
ship.
who wrote the letter is...
Alive, but badly wounded.
It crashed here next to this uninhabited island.
Let's survey the area.
And as I said, let's go ahead and survey the area. There are, I think these are still the same enemies. Yeah, these are still level 32 wild boar, so I'm not even going to bother fighting them. Let's just go ahead and run, even though I could probably like two-shot.
Sometimes a retreat is the best strategy.
I thought I failed the flee at first. I was like, what?
You gotta jump for cover, okay?
But we don't really need to fight those guys. We'll go ahead and just pick up these tomatoes. And over here are some more of those wasps. There's like a ton of stuff around here you can explore, but again, I want to hold off for now because there's not really a reason for us to be here right now. I believe every kind of food item can be found here as well. But yeah, right here is a little campsite for us to come to. And if we wanted to come up here, we could fight a boss, as well as that final owl is like right here, right past the boss. But we're not going to do that just yet, but I did just want to show off the uninhabited island. So, I think we're going to go ahead and wind things down here. In the next episode, we'll see if there's any more side quests we can complete before we head on back to Rena. I will see you guys then.